Get started.
Welcome to an overtime episode of the Rick and Danny Show. Danny, I think you need to tell the listeners where you were. Was it last weekend?
It was last weekend, Rick. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
tell us what you did.
So I was in my stomping grounds, Ohio, Akron, Ohio, where my brother won a raffle to play at Firestone for 2 days, where they used to host the Bridgestone Invitational. So I immediately said yes to that invite, and
Mine got lost in the mail.
yours got lost. Right?
Awkward.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he had to invite his father-in-law. Respectively.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll let it slide this time.
Next time, though, we talked about it, and you definitely have to. We have to do it as a group. So, but it was awesome. I mean, the course is immaculate. They have 3 courses there. It's a south course, north course, I think a west course, but we played the north and south. The south is where the PGA players used to play. I think they just stopped playing like 3 years ago.
Yeah, pretty
there.
recently.
And
Wait, is this why you miss cocktails?
No, it wasn't actually. I was still here. I just had a prior obligation.
Just tell.
I thought that was gonna be a good excuse.
Yeah, just tell her it was the reason.
Yeah.
Why.
Now I did miss another event, which I can't say for this golf trip that I got invited to. So hope he's not listening. I think we're safe to say he's probably not listening.
This whole thing is very awkward. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It is just a wedding of someone I know.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think he's a listener.
Oh, you looked at me like
But
I know the person.
He's going to start listening right now as we're talking about this. But no, awesome course. There's caddies. So like Florida, I don't think there's a ton of courses that have caddies in Florida.
Some of the
Maybe
high end private
yeah.
ones, Sawgrass. And then some of the.
Does, yeah.
But Stream Song you can get caddies.
Can you? Yeah.
But
I think they require it here. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, some of the more like high end private, like I'm sure Seminole and some of those kind of courses may require it. But
we talked about, I mean, it definitely helps you stay on time for your round because each round we finished a little bit over 4 hours. So, and we walked the first one on the South course. But I'm probably, I don't think I'm the only person to roll his ankle golfing, but I did sprain my ankle golfing. And it's a little embarrassing to say that, but
it happens.
it happens.
Does
For the love of the
it
game.
happen often?
No.
Okay.
Not to most people, but Danny's a little bit.
Walking off the green onto the
Danny,
cart path.
Did you just trip on air? Or what happened?
I told Rick I got an 8, which is a snowman they call it, where you get 4 over on one hole,
Okay.
and I was just pissed off, and I wasn't looking where I was going, and I rolled my ankle pretty bad. And that was the first hole. That was the first hole.
What I would pay you to have gotten that on video.
It would have been awesome.
I don't know.
Everyone turned around because it was so bad I almost fell. Like I almost fell down. That's how bad.
Did it make like a funny like clown noise or something?
Nah.
No.
Did you like stumble?
They just
Was
looked
it,
back to say, "What are you doing?"
Was it like one of those like dramatic like?
Kinda. Yeah, I had to catch myself. Yeah, it's still swollen and it's bruised on the bottom of my ankle. So
no.
yeah, it's pretty bad. But I sucked it up. I finished the round.
Yeah, obviously.
I finished the round.
If you didn't, I would have been really disappointed with you.
So I think I shot a 50 on the first 9. I recovered from that 8, but I think I had 2 8s on the first 9, which was pretty terrible. And then the second night I shot like 47 or something like that. It's
pretty good out there.
Yeah, it's just if you're in the rough, and I told you this, if you're in the rough, you're like done. You just have to chip it out and get it onto the fairway, and then... But it was cool. I mean, they have a plaque on the 18th hole where, I don't know, 6 years ago, Tiger hit a shot in the dark to win the
It's a pretty
the
famous
Bridgestone
finishing hole.
Yeah, so I have a picture of that. I'll pass it around to you guys. It's pretty cool.
Now, is this something that the people listening obviously can't
Can
see?
you-
and
You can't,
people
but-
watching.
But this is
send it to me
the
and I'll
view
cut
of the
it in?
18th.
Oh, nice.
So that's what you're hitting into.
Huh.
And then
Looks narrow.
It's narrow, and then they have this little plaque,
Oh, cool.
Tiger Woods, and it tells you what he hit and how far he was.
Nice.
So, so we finished the round, ate at a good steakhouse up there. That was good. We stayed at a villa. They have these villas on the 16th hole that like line the 16th hole, and pool table, just fun time with the boys. Then the North course was
Rick's crying just
little
a little
easier.
bit.
Yeah, no, he's salivating
It's okay.
over here.
It's fine.
He's salivating.
It's fine. I have been blessed to be in many golf groups and
Yeah.
trips, so I'm not hurting, but it's fine. I'm sure.
I'm not hurting, but I
next
will
time.
remember this.
He hasn't been itching to go to Ohio, but I think for
Yeah,
this he
I was
would
gonna
go.
say.
you know?
I will be honest. Ohio is not on my typical destination list, but for golf, I will make an exception.
Yeah, I think this course and maybe like the Memorial course would be pretty
That'd be
cool
fun.
to play.
Are they close or are they far?
Probably like 2 hours apart. So you
So
could
but
do
doable.
it.
That's doable in
Yeah.
the same trip. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not bad. Nice.
yeah. So it was a
That'd
good
be
trip. Missed. Well, I didn't miss my flight coming home, but Cleveland to Atlanta. I had a layover, and then got to Atlanta, and the flight was canceled. And so 50 people got put on the standby,
Oh my gosh.
and I didn't make it, of course. So then it was like 11:30, and I had a full clinic on Monday, and I said either I'm gonna get standby the next day and clinic will have to be canceled, or I'm gonna go get a car and drive the whole way home, and that's what I did.
That's
My dad was mad at
dedication.
me. He thought I was gonna crash the car, but
It's putting patience first, man. Good for you.
I did. I stopped at Buc-ee's for a rest. If you've ever been to Buc-ee's, it's
Yeah.
like the Walmart gas station.
Well, I've made the drive from Atlanta to Jacksonville many times when we lived in Atlanta and had family in Jacksonville. So it's not the most entertaining drive.
It's a boring drive. Yeah.
I'm doing it tonight. I'm leaving right from here.
Are you?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Going that way.
Where are you
Nice.
going to Atlanta?
What are you doing?
I always go up for the long weekend to see my niece and nephew. So,
Mm.
gonna
That'll be fun.
get in at like probably midnight tonight and have them in my face at 7 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Maybe 6:30 because I'm there and it's a special time. So
Is that anything like my kids? 6:30 is late. I wish my sons would sleep to 6:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
they have these lights in their room that
Yeah,
like
green light, red light.
green light, red light.
Yeah, we're trying that right now with our 3-year-old. It's not really going too well because he just turns off the light and then
Yeah.
bangs on the door.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's in the phase where every truck he has needs to be in his bed before he goes to sleep. Then he put him down, then he gets up, plays with his trucks for like 10 minutes, then gets back in bed, which is fine. He's a really good sleeper. He'll go down quickly. But man, now lately in the morning, he tries to unlock the door, open everything up. So
That sounds.
we're there.
And he's what, 5:30, 6 o'clock up, or
Yeah, usually somewhere between 6:15.
6:15.
Yeah.
Oof.
Then our 9-month-old is pretty good. He'll
Yeah.
sleep till 6:30 usually, and then we're morning people, so it's not a big deal. But it's just like, yeah, we're trying the red light, green light.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's great, green light, and no thanks, Dad, and we're done.
My
Yeah.
they still make my niece. She'll be 6 in August, so they still make her like rest for a little bit during the day, because she just has more energy than like any other human being that I've ever met. And so they make her go up, and when I'm there, like, and she's resting, she'll come down. And I know, like, the rule is you have to go rest for, like, an hour and a half, 2 hours,
Quiet time.
quiet time, just so that, we can have a cup of coffee in silence. And without fail, every time I'm there, she'll come running down. She'll be like, Auntie Brenda, my green light's on. And I'm like, you have been in there for 45 minutes. Do you want to be truthful? And she's like, it's on. I'm like, is it? And then she'll, like, sprint back upstairs. I'm like,
Oh man.
come on.
She's trying. She's hustling.
Oh,
Yeah.
so bad.
I'm sure we would have tried it. This is the first time I've heard of that.
I've never heard of a
Really?
woman trying to manipulate somebody though. That seems,
Isn't that
Never
crazy?
heard of that before.
seems very odd.
Is that,
Daddy? Daddy?
Yeah, you're the one with the daughter.
I know.
How does that work?
Daddy? I'm hungry. 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, I thought it was like
For M&M's.
I thought it was like mommy said I could do this, and when
Yeah.
when mommy clearly didn't say that.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of that?
She basically, well, what they manipulate us for is to sleep in our room.
Okay.
Mom said I could sleep next to you tonight, which neither one of us said. And then it's snacks. It's always snacks. Like, can I have? My stomach hurt. I'm really hungry. And it's like, okay, we just had dinner. Okay, what do you want? And it's like, oh, let me look, and they'll look
Right,
through
right,
the
of
whole
course,
thing,
of
and
course.
pull out either gummy worms or like M&Ms or something like that. So we started buying, which are delicious. Publix has these chocolate covered almonds, like dark chocolate covered almonds that are delicious. And actually, for a snack, and the kids like them too. So we're like, okay, you can have a few of those. That's good.
Yeah, it's on the
Yeah.
scale, that's definitely
Not
on the
too
better
bad.
side.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I get a lot of ice cream, Daddy. Well, hey, bud, like, let's eat dinner first, and
Yeah.
then we can have ice cream after. No, ice cream now, and then, yeah, oh, sorry, I didn't realize that. He's like, I don't want chicken, I want ice cream. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're doing you're doing a very good job communicating,
yeah. Yeah.
but this is not how it's going to happen.
Oh no.
I understand you. I appreciate your communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
My niece and nephew, whenever I go, I'll go like twice during the school year. So my cousin's a teacher, and so I'll be like, no, I'll get up and be with the kids. And so the minute I wake up, Mom says Mom usually lets me have chocolate chips for breakfast. And I'm like, I don't know about that, but maybe we can have a yogurt. Okay, but then we can try the chocolate chips. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you do it, but can you just eat
Yeah,
like a
I
piece of
know.
fruit first or something?
Right.
Just try and be healthy.
It's just constant hostage negotiations.
The very first time I brought Thomas to Georgia to meet my niece and nephew,
Mm-hmm.
we took them to Target, and I had my nephew in the stroller.
Bougie.
Well, it's the new Toys R Us for kids.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is, because
Yeah.
there's
Target.
not Toys R Us anymore. So
Yeah.
my kids want to go to Target all the time.
Oh,
All
because
the
they have a lot of toys
Just
out
the
on.
Oh, yeah.
toys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
So we take him to Target, and I have my nephew in the stroller, and my niece has kidnapped Thomas at this point. And so they're like ahead of us, and I just lose them. And I'm like, what the? So
Yeah.
I'm like looking around. I'm like, where'd they go? And Bubba, he's looking around. Like, where'd they go? And then we just pass like the doll aisle, and I see, now you guys have met Thomas. He's like, 6'4", big beard,
Right.
really, just big Southern guy. My niece is, like this big but super tall, and they're arguing about a doll.
Oh.
And so I'm like, I'm just gonna let him. That was a rookie mistake, and I'm just gonna let him suffer with that rookie mistake of going right down the doll aisle.
Yeah.
So we come back, and he's like, well, I negotiated down from the $80 doll to the $30 doll. I was like, wow, I'm so proud of you, you sucker.
Yeah.
Even when you win, you lose.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
They do ask that all the time. You go down the aisle, they're like, "How much is it?"
Oh,
Wait,
that's what your
what?
kids say that?
Yeah,
How
they
much
do.
is it?
Yeah, because they think like at a certain level, I'll be okay with it.
So
Because sometimes we'll
what
let
you
them
don't
get like a
realize is-
$10 toy or
what
something.
you don't realize is they've been reading you the whole time.
Oh yeah.
So this is all just a
Yeah.
gauge.
Oh yeah,
So they know.
yeah,
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
all right, if this is 10, Dad will be like, yeah, whatever. This is 1,000.
Yeah.
You'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, no thanks.
for sure, for sure. I
I-
take it you don't make many Target trips.
I
right?
won and I lost.
No, yeah. Eventually,
Don't
you will.
start.
Eventually.
I'm on the whatever he doesn't know, he doesn't need to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't introduce them at all.
No.
Mommy's going by herself.
You'll get what you need, and that's
good.
it. Period.
It's good.
You got plenty of toys. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not feeling for you, buddy. Nice try.
I mean, sometimes you get excited about certain things with your kid, like as they get cooler toys, and you're
Right.
like, oh yeah, that actually would be really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried to teach him some putting with the plastic clubs this
Yeah.
last weekend. He actually cooperated for more than he had in the past,
Nice.
like 2 minutes, and then they
Nice.
became beating sticks.
Yeah.
But I was like, for 2 minutes,
Yeah.
you did what I needed you to do. Because before they've always been just beating sticks.
Have you guys seen that 3-year-old that like golfs? He's like
He's
in
just
Canada.
ridiculous.
It's
No, I have.
Well, you're not on none of you. Are on
No,
social
it's
media.
gonna hurt my. I'm on Twitter.
That doesn't count.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
But our caddy told us I think he's at a D2 school golfing.
Oh yeah, I have seen this.
He's 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my
Tell
buddy's
me.
kid
It's a better
is
chipper
like
than me.
is 5 now, but when he was like 3, was like chipping and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think my son physically can do it. He just right now the attention span is
Yeah.
just not. It's not.
That's
there.
the key. Yeah, they just get distracted by it.
But I want to try. I mean, I want to
Yeah.
do like a lot of people do like the 50 yards and in. So you
Mhm.
just drop them at 50 yards, and then they play kind of the whole
Let him go. Yeah.
in. That could be fun to do eventually.
Ethan's gotten
Well, Ethan plays
pretty
real
good. Pretty
He's
good. Like
he's an adult.
yeah, he if he connects with the drive, he can get it 100, 120 out there. Like, so he's to the point where we can bring him out and he could probably like
You got him
hang.
like a kid set or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the US Kids or whatever
Nice.
set. And what's nice about that actually is if you say you bought a set for your son, their when they get the next step up, it's for free. You turn in those clubs and they give you the
Oh,
next
that's
set
cool.
for free.
That's cool.
So that's actually cool.
Is he taking lessons and stuff?
Yeah, he's the PGA Junior League or whatever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
each one of the courses around us have one of those groups, and they play a scramble. They play a 2-person scramble almost every weekend. So
That's awesome.
it's pretty
So
cool.
he's getting. That's why he's getting more into it, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Definitely is. Although he wrote a story at school saying basketball's still his favorite, which is cool. You know, I like it.
That's nice.
He wrote a story of how to play basketball, like how the games go. You know, an intro, a middle, an end.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
He's like, first, something about the teams, and second, like the teams play and you try to score, and the other team can block you, and then third, and then a team wins. And.
Yeah, I think we'll save my basketball thoughts for the next overtime because Brenna
I know.
decided to
She's
show up in a
sporting her
Celtics
hat over there.
hat,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
as the listeners probably know, I'm like the world's biggest Miami Heat fan, so she's
It's a tough loss.
rubbing it
yeah.
in. We're
No.
The series technically isn't over as
It's
of
not
this
over.
recording,
No,
but
it's
the game is in a couple hours, and I'm not optimistic. I think this is it for the Heat. They're just too banged up, too hurt.
Is Jimmy playing tonight?
I mean, he's playing, but
He's banged
I
up.
think he's
yeah.
got one leg.
Mhm.
He could barely jump
Mhm.
last game, but it is what it is.
Wrap it up.
Sure.
Is there like an? Do we do not? We don't do anything specific.
You can just do some sound effect.
Yeah.